Hey there! Today, we're going to be talking about a situation that is really common with digital signage operators and integrators. Usually, we have a whole team working in our operations, right? Usually, these teams are designers, editors, and actual managers, okay? And what I'm going to be showing you right now is a feature that is really nice about OnSign TV, which is the permissions that we have. With OnSign TV, we can create users, user groups, and we can grant these users and these user groups permissions to specific folders, specific files, specific players, or player groups. Alright, so let's jump into it. To start creating your users and user groups, we just click here in our name on the left bottom corner. We click in settings and we go to users. As you can see, I already have set up here some users for us to work with. I have designer 1, designer 2, editor 1, editor 2, and manager. So let's say that we have two teams, which we're going to be creating groups for them, and a manager. When we look at profile here, we can see that they are restricted users, and the manager is actually an admin. Let's check out the difference between them. To do that, I'm just going to create a new user. Keep in mind that you can create as many users as you want, okay? And to do that, it's pretty easy. You just click, you just choose a full name for it, an email, password, and the account type. The administrator basically is going to be able to access pretty much anything you have in the platform, okay? Except for changing plans and payments and create and modify restricted users. But to do that, you just go on here and toggle on these little boxes. The restricted user is different. If I just go here and create this user the way it is, he's not going to be able to do anything with the platform. So to allow him to do anything, I have to go here and toggle on these little boxes right here according to what I want him to have permission to do. Okay, let's just go back to the page of users. I already have some created here, and if I click here in this little pen, I can edit what they have access to do or not. Well, as in this case right here, he's a designer. I just want him to be able to do things related to his designer job, okay? So he would be able to create custom layouts, create campaigns, preview campaigns they have added to access, create playlists, and create apps. Well, the rest things, they are not actually necessary for them to work, right? Let's go back there and actually start creating our groups. To do that, I just click here in groups, and now we're dealing with the user groups. I already have the designer group here, and I can see the members in here, which is designer 1 and designer 2. If I click on edit here, I can change the restrictions from here. So even if the designer 1 and the designer 2 didn't have any restriction, anything allowed for him to do, any of these boxes were toggled off, I could add them to a group which has these boxes toggled on and allow him to do specific things, right? I could grant them permission for contents, so it could be files or folders, right? So I just click here and share, and it is going to be opening for me the content tab. So I could go here and grant them permission to deal with this campaign right here or specific folders, right? And to add more than one, I just click here in this little box on top of it. I check it on, and I can add multiple ones. Or I could just toggle on this box and select all of my files and folders. When I select a specific folder or file, I can switch. I can click on this switches right here and grant them access to inspect, to modify, to delete, or use the folder or the file, okay? Well, it's going to be working pretty much the same thing for players. We could click here on this page, on this area, right? And it's going to be dropping down all of the players we have in our account, okay? In this case, I have allowed the group to manage the gym screen. In this case, they have access to publish, they have the possibility to publish, the permission to inspect and change settings, but not to remove. And I can do the same thing to player groups, in which they're going to be having access to publish, inspect, or edit, right? In this case, they just have access to publish thanks to the group store B. Okay, this is the first OnSign TV hack when we're talking about permissions, user groups, user permissions, and content permissions as well, right? Keep tuned to receive new videos with more tips and tricks and hacks from OnSign TV platform. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.